set up to cater for people with disabilities, says it is going from strength to strength just 7 months after opening, and it's no surprise that there's a demand. Nationally, the latest research from the charity Leonard Cheshire found that 41% of disabled people say there are no gym opportunities available for them. Well, let's talk to one of the men behind Boom Power Performance Coaching in Milton Keynes, and that's Glen, the Boom Morgan. Hello, Glen. Morning. Yeah, very good. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very excited.
Yeah, this sounds brilliant. A really good idea. The latest figures suggest that many gyms aren't literally fully accessible for people with disabilities. And I know you've worked in a number of gyms during your career. Firstly, would you say that was true?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I've been quite a few mainstream gyms. I've been to, ever since I've graduated university, I've been everywhere really. There's never been anything like this.
Yeah, no, it's unique. It certainly is. And you set up the business with your partner Jake. How did you meet him, and what inspired the idea behind this gym?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was the one who actually signed Jake up to the very first gym. I took the phone call, and it kind of went from there really. Because straight away I realised when I met Jake that he needed something that we didn't have. And I was then striving and almost battling against the hierarchy there to get things in place, because it just wasn't enough. There wasn't even access from his bus stop. He had to go from a redway to a road. There wasn't wheelchair access. There was nothing. You didn't even have a ramp to get through the front door.
Which you think would be a very, very, at least the very basic would be to have some way of getting into the building for Jake, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just your bog standard, really, to just be able to get him in and out safely without having to either ask for help or feel like you're, putting a hindrance on someone, because that's how he felt. And that really hit home with me. I thought, it's not right, it's not fair, and why? And that was a big question for me, why? No one could answer it.
And just looking inside the gym as well, obviously with all your experience you learned about, what a gym means. So you were able then to look at Jake and many people like Jake and say, how can we make this work?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, what we pride ourselves on here at Boom Power is to fully customise anything. So the bags are lower, the access door is wider, there's a ramp to get in and out. All of the resistance bands that would commonly be up high with all the locks up top are all low. There's a huge turning circle in there. It's not massive in here, but there's enough for a good number of people to be in here, the wheelchair to be able to turn around, and for us to be able to get in and do a session. And again, you haven't even got a ramp to get in and out of the free weights area properly in some gyms. You think, well, it's not fair, it's not right, and that's how this was born, really.
Yeah, and was it easy to resolve most of these issues, or did you kind of were there challenges along the way to make this right?
To be honest with you, we always had a plan, and because you kind of adapt to each participant, that's kind of where we specialise. In terms of taking something that is considered what the norm, we like to challenge that and go, well, actually, no. Let's break all the rules on what is associated with training, and let's try it. Because that's the only thing you can do is try or adapt. And if it doesn't work, you just find a way to make it work. And that's what we've done.
Do you know what? I think it's remarkable what you've done, and just so people can get their heads around this, for someone like Jake who has cerebral palsy, or for anyone else who comes and uses this gym, what are you able to do with the clients? How do you start, and what are you able to achieve?
Well, basically, it would always start with, us having a consultation, like a nice little chat to find out what their goal is. We then look at that goal and make it happen. There's no two ways about it. It won't be like, oh, maybe, or we might be able to do something. That's not how we do it here. We challenge every kind of limitation and come out at the end with a goal that's sustainable, that's not, make some panic or anything like that. It's the one where we'll reach our goal, we'll get there in the end, and we'll achieve the impossible. That's what we say.
So are they using machines in certain ways? Are you using maybe weights in certain ways? How have you adapted things?
Yeah, so like when I said about the drop in the bags, you know, the bags have been dropped to a level where so Jake or anyone in a wheelchair could drive into them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the resistance bands are not as high as they would be normally, so they're adapted to be lower. But in terms of like the free weights, we don't do free weights in here because it's predominantly a boxing and cardio. But with it, all the weight bearing stuff is done with bands, so it's elastic. So it's not so much intense, but it also helps with movement and conditions the side of the body that may be weaker to try and be as strong as the other side. You know, particularly like in Jake's case, where one side of his body is not as strong, we can try and condition that one side of the body to be able to work in conjunction with the other one.
Yeah, which is fantastic. I hearing you speak about it, you know, it just sounds like on some machines it's quite simple, straightforward changes. It's not like going out and buying a whole set of new kit. Why do you think there isn't more of a focus on making gyms accessible and usable for all, like you've done with yours?
I mean, to be fair, I just don't think anyone's made an effort or much noise about it, really. And it's just become, well, you know, we've got a few clients and we might cater for them. But typically, when you go up to a gym, sometimes it's upstairs. And when I challenged it before, I said, well, what if the lift's out? We just got to turn these people away and say, sorry, you can't train today because the lift's broke and the engineer's not going to come out for another couple of days.
Yeah, no, totally. That would seem stupid, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I thought, well, that's what I mean. You just got to make everything accessible, and the equipment that we've got in here is, like I said, because you can customise it and tailor it to everyone.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, we best suit, because we don't handpick who we bring in as clients. We ain't got a target market. It's
exactly. Glen, I think you're doing an amazing thing. It's nice talking to you, Glen the Boom Morgan, as we've nicknamed you now. Boom Power Performance, loving that. Good luck with it, and you know, who knows? This could be the start of a brand new chain. Who knows?
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Take care of yourself. See you later. Cheers. Bye bye.